There. Okay. It's streaming it. Oh, it's just on the wrong one.
Where the people's at?
Hold on. I'm learning. Oh, looks like hope it's streaming.
It says it's being live streamed. Oh, wait, maybe I have to hit, got it. Are we live on the internet? Baby.
Alternative video
platforms.
Video marketing madness.
It's madness, I tell you. Total and complete madness.
Let's do it. Okay, we'll see if that works. I am going to record it though. Oh, no, there it is. We're there. All right, cool.
Super.
All right, super de duper.
Super.
All right. Got it. Okay, so.
Oh, it even says, wow, it says right on the Zoom screen, live YouTube.
Okay, hit it, buddy.
All right, here we go, folks. And we're going to go in 5, 4, 3. On today's episode of Video Marketing Madness, we're going to discuss some alternate video platforms. In other words, places other than YouTube to put your videos. And if you like to make those videos, well, we've also got somebody who's helped make this program possible, and that is our good friends at Movo. Movo gives you all sorts of amazing things that you can use to make better videos. Whether you need support to hold your phone, or maybe you need a light for your camera or your smartphone, or maybe you need a lapel microphone, a desktop microphone, or a wireless microphone. Now, they have it all, and they have it at great prices. You will not go wrong if you head over to raiselinks.com/Movo to pick up a microphone, light, stand, or any of the other goodies that will help you to become a professional-looking video creator. So do it now. raiselinks.com/Movo. And with that, let's hit the music, which we don't have. We'll pretend.
I'll splice into the audio later. Okay, you done there?
Oh, wait, but you went live to YouTube, so the YouTube's not going to have it now.
No, but whatever.
No. Oh, my gosh, I better be quiet.
Hey,
Uh-oh, sorry, YouTube. Shh.
I need a little space.
So unprofessional here. Okay.
It's the radio show about video marketing madness with Ray, the video guy, and I'm Steve Sleeper. My YouTube channel, Ray Loves It, Steve Sleeper Trains. So what's going on? It's been a while since we did a show.
I know, it's kind of sad. We've had, I was away for quite a while, and we actually did shows while I was away, which was good.
You did. Yeah, but let's see, it's been 3 weeks. 2 of those weeks you had conflicts. Well, and then one of those weeks
there was, it was all
and then one of those weeks I had a conflict. So
yes, you were away 1 week, and then last week it ended up being kind of like a last minute thing, like we were supposed to be doing it. And then,
you got tied up in a meeting.
Something
they wouldn't let you go. They wouldn't untie you.
It was literally tied up. It was kind of sad. But I used my teeth and fought my way out. It was very good.
Yeah.
And I escaped, and now we're back.
For those of you listening on the audio podcast, which is where the bulk of our listeners are, I am using Zoom because Ray just hasn't had time to reconfigure his Mimo Live, which is a better platform.
Well, let's tell the real story here, Steve. So let's go in the Wayback Machine for a minute here. I was away up north for about 2 months, and all the employees here decided that while I was gone, that meant that my office here was a great storage space while they reconfigured one of the rooms. And since I've gotten back and I've been trying to catch up on everything, I have not gotten a chance to get everything reordered again. And actually, the funny thing is, if you look over on this side of me here, which you can't really see, but there's a stack of old hard drives and Blu-ray players because I was having to go through a whole bunch of old stuff. So I got to clean all that up too. I've got Blu-rays here stacked up to the ceiling, and guess what, Steve? None of them worked.
Well, but I've got Zoom because I use it for meetings with attorneys, and I thought, well, let's just use Zoom. I can stream it to our YouTube channel.
I like Zoom.
And that's how when I interview attorneys for my Ask a Lawyer with Steve Sleeper podcast, I use Zoom, and I have us both on video just so we can see each other, but I just grab the audio for that one. And you can do that. That's kind of a nice thing about Zoom is, don't have to do any conversion or anything. But anyhow, today we are talking about alternative video platforms.
Yes, indeed. But before we get into just the alternative video platform, Steve, are you on Threads yet?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice. Me too. It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. The thing, it is. With Twitter for years, I have used TweetDeck, for like 15 years. And what I can do is organize the tweets that I want to see into columns. I got one column for the weather, one for the news, one for SEO. I got a column for something else. Back when I was using it to network with bank marketing people, I did the same thing. And that's how I'm able to use it. But Threads, I don't know. Just having Twitter there with everything coming down, it's not organized for me. So Threads, I've looked at it a couple times. That's been it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is they have the one fatal flaw that drives me nuts.
Oh.
You can only access it from your phone. There is no desktop app. In fact, if you go to the actual website, you can't even do anything on there. It just gives you a QR code to scan with your phone, and that's it. And to me, that's kind of like a deadly sin because I love to work from my desktop. Now, I do have here with my Mac Studio M1 Ultra, I haven't done it yet, but you can take like iPad and iPhone apps and put them on your computer. I haven't done that yet, so I should be able to work on it.
Oh yeah, okay,
I haven't tried.
But I got it right when they opened it up. I downloaded it just so I could look at it, and I saw the first, whatever they call it, the first thread. Somebody said, "Hey, this is the first thread." Okay, cool. And then I opened it up again later on, and then that's been it.
I've put all my
it doesn't work for me.
I put all my clients on it so far. The only problem is, it's almost impossible for me to get content on there. I'm going to have to take content, put it on my phone, and then,
Right.
Now I'm going to see if we can run the phone app on the desktop. I'm going to see if that makes it easier to do that kind of thing. We'll have to see. I don't do a lot of that, but I know you can do it. So,
well, what I use Twitter for is my news feed, which I check a couple of times a day. It's very valuable for that. And whenever I post up a video or a Google business profile post, or I write a blog or whatever, then I share it to Twitter. And I've got if this, then that set up where they pick it up and feed it across all the social media platforms they have there, except for Facebook, and then feed it back to Twitter. So I get a little link wheel. And it's all social media. And so I use it for that too. And then when I saw that Musk had kind of done some things where Google was de-indexing, I went, oh, great, and but I noticed he's put those things back. So hopefully we're okay.
Yeah, Twitter's done a few things lately that have made people go, but they say they're only temporary while they try to fix things and stuff. So
if you Google Steve Sleeper, you're going to see my Twitter, and you will immediately see what I've tweeted, almost immediately in real time what I've tweeted. So that's good for backlinks for me. But what Musk did is he, unless you were signed into Twitter, you couldn't open it up and look at it. And now he's said, oh, wait a minute. Okay, no, you don't have to do that. And what he was trying to do was just kind of throttle the amount of server bandwidth that they were using, because
they're trying to get rid of a lot of the spam bot stuff is what they're trying to do.
He's trying. And what he's trying to do is make a profit with it. The thing was been losing $30 million a year, and he's trying to fix that. And you could argue that his fixes will work or not work. I don't know, but that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
So,
well, the Threads app, like I said, it's difficult because if I'm going to work on it with a client, I got to put their content on my phone to do it. That's no fun. That doesn't work. It's not very practical. But they are a video platform. They are a video platform.
Okay.
However, how do you get a video on there? Well, now you got to take that video and put it on your phone before you can upload it to there. And there is a limit. You can only do up to 15 minutes of video, which is actually a pretty decent limit.
Oh, yeah.
For that kind of, that's not too bad. But most of the, well, not most of my one client that I really would want to use it with and really push hard, most of their stuff is over 15 minutes anyway. Their average thing is about 18 minutes. So most of their videos are over 15. And so we can't put them on there anyway.
And you stream, can you use your phone and stream live to it?
I can't remember if you can do live on that one or not.
I just haven't paid enough. I haven't paid enough attention to know.
I paid enough attention to get all my clients onto it, but what we're going to do with it now, who the heck knows?
Yeah,
if I can do the desktop thing, if I can put the iPhone app on my desktop, and
you think at some point they'll allow desktop. I mean, you can use Instagram.
So.
You can use Instagram.
You can use
desktop.
TikTok. Well, can you use TikTok? No, you still can't use TikTok.
I don't know.
That's the one that still doesn't let you. But Instagram, you can use on the desktop, which originally you couldn't. And so at least not without a third party.
So the alternative video platforms.
Yeah, well, that's the first one right there, I guess, is going to be is getting into Threads, because Threads will give you the opportunity to do that, which is nice. We still love YouTube, but Threads, hey, give it a shot, right? I'm going to throw out there, of course, probably the biggest one of all. Let's put Facebook in there. They are, whether people believe it or not, they are a video platform. You can have a channel on there with your videos. You can have playlists and all sorts of things. And they actually have a feature that I've been dying for YouTube to do, but now Facebook has done it. And what that is when you upload a short video, a reel, you can actually attach it to a longer video. Oh. So if you make a 10-minute video and then you make a 1-minute reel about that video, you can actually attach it to that. So people will be sent to that other video to watch the full thing. I've been wanting YouTube to do that forever, but Facebook has gone and done that. And so you can do that now, but it's not a bad little platform. The reels, we've been getting, without really trying to do a ton other than just posting reels, we've been getting like $500 checks every month from them for some of the things we're doing, which, I didn't really know what to expect out of that, to be honest. It wasn't one of my goals. Obviously I'll take the money, but we've been getting $300 and $500 checks from them on a monthly basis for the last little while. Of course, they monetized me after I had a video that did 42 million views. And then they were kind of like, hey, you should monetize. Oh, gee, thanks. You think so?
Yeah.
But so, we'll continue to use that. It's a nice little extra that comes in every once in a while. But it can be a very nice platform. It can be a very good platform for your videos. YouTube has much more longevity. And what do I mean by that? Well, in YouTube, people are going to find your video from 10 years ago. They're going to be able to see the video from 10 years ago. On Facebook, unless they go digging and searching, they're not going to find the video from 10 years ago. Right. They can go to your Facebook videos page and scroll through and find it, but it's not like it's going to be just showing up when people are looking around anymore. But it is a platform. It has its own little channel, so you can do that kind of stuff, and it's very adequate, and it'll get you views, get you started anyway. With that Reels trick, excellent stuff. Another one I want to bring up, Steve, that I don't know if you've ever heard of this one. It's called Clapper.
Clapper with a C?
Yes, but it is not clap on, clap off. It's not that. See? What it is it's a TikTok competitor that the goal is to be a little more mature than TikTok, because TikTok obviously is filled with a lot of kids doing dances and things like that. So this is a little bit more like for a slightly older crowd, a more mature crowd. And quite honestly, it was there for when TikTok got banned, which, I don't know if that's still going to happen or not, but that was kind of one of their goals is, hey, they're going to get banned. We're going to take over that spot. Yeah. And it's American based. It's a nice little platform. It does a good job. You post your videos in there, and just like you would with TikTok, and people can watch them. So it's not a bad platform.
What about Rumble?
Well, that's what we're going to get into, because that's going to be one of the bigger ones I'm going to get into. But yeah, Clapper, check it out. It's a good little program. I like it. It's another one. I'm not sure if you can even use that on the desktop, but with TikTok and Clapper, not being able to use it on the desktop is fine, because, it's all cell phone based videos anyway. It's meant to be 1 minute videos shot on your cell phone and whatnot. Yeah, you can put nicer things in there, but, so I'm okay with those things not having it. So I haven't even checked to see if Clapper has one, but it's a good platform. Check it out. Clapper. Now, the next one, let's go into TikTok. I don't know about you, Steve, but I'm not a huge fan of TikTok. I do use it. I do love, but it's not something, I know a lot of people spend tons of time on there. In fact, I saw a chart the other day. More people watch video on TikTok now than YouTube.
Wow.
Not by much. I mean, it's like neck and neck, but that's because, if you went to just the US, then YouTube is way, way, way ahead. But worldwide, yeah, slightly more people watching TikTok videos than YouTube videos right now.
What about Rumble?
Well, Rumble's one that I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, because that's a really big one.
All right. Okay.
But with TikTok, so no, TikTok, obviously, it's got its issues. The biggest issue being is that there's privacy concerns, because it's supposedly Chinese based, but I believe the TikTok that we use now is completely India based now, I believe.
Same thing.
So yeah, could be the same issues, but the big issue is they keep complaining about China, but I don't think it goes through China anymore.
Putin huggers.
Yeah, there you go. But Montana has already banned it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I don't know how you do that. What are you going to do? Arrest people for watching a TikTok video? I don't know how you control something like that.
Yeah.
But
well, you could, if you wanted to get it, then you couldn't on a Montana IP. You just use a VPN.
Right. Exactly. So I'm sure, if you go to Google Play Store, you go to iTunes, the App Store and things like that, they just won't have it available inside of Montana. But I think it's ridiculous. I understand the privacy concerns, but you know what? It is not up to the government to protect you as an individual. A government's job is to protect the individuals, but it is not to protect an individual. Just like, like the police. The police have no obligation to help you in any situation. There's no obligation to do it. Their job is to help the public, yes, but if something happens to you and there's a policeman there and he doesn't do anything, it's not like he can be sued for not doing something. And it's the same thing for the government. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. If you want to tell your employees that work for the government, hey, employees, our policy is no TikTok on your phones or anything like that, that's fine. That's for your employees, but you can't tell the general public what they can and can't,
Yeah, good point.
It's a little ridiculous to an extent. There are always lines that you can cross. For instance, child pornography, things like that. Obviously, we need to have controls on those types of things. But using a regular old app and no, it's banned in this state. It's ridiculous. It's just silly.
What about Rumble?
Hey, have you heard about Rumble, Steve?
Yes.
Now, this is the one that actually I want to. This is what really this show is actually supposed to be about, is Rumble. And I don't even think you knew that, Steve, but because I told you alternative platforms. But realistically, Rumble is the one that I want to talk about. What surprised me is Rumble's been around for like 10 years.
It has?
Yeah,
Really?
I saw that, and maybe it wasn't 10, but it was quite a few years. I'm like, whoa, I thought it was a brand new platform, but no, it's just a platform that is finally, coming to life and making so. And I don't know if part of that was on beta or what have you, but yeah, I saw a thing. It's been around for quite a while. Now the deal with Rumble is it's become very popular lately because it's a little more free speech than YouTube. So when YouTube is like, Eric, you can't talk about that, and they shut you down, Rumble's not going to shut you down for
even Crowder is doing really well over
there. Well, yeah, and that's really one of the two big things that have brought Rumble to the forefront is Dana White is doing his Power Slap show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that. It's
I
literally
see
where
that. Yeah.
men in different weight classes slap each other until one of them gets knocked out.
God,
It's a very strange
stupid.
sport.
Yeah.
But power slap. I guess a lot of TV networks weren't going to allow it to be aired and everything, and they went to Rumble, or Rumble went to them. I'm not sure which on that one, and they signed a deal. So what Rumble is trying to do is they are currently trying to sign big names to their platform to grow it kind of inorganically.
Yeah.
Yes, they wanted to grow organically, but they're paying Power Slap just like a TV network would pay to have the show on there.
Yeah, cool.
And now they're not doing that with you and me. They're not doing that with most people, but with some of the big things they are. And you mentioned Steven Crowder. Now, if you don't know who he is, Steven Crowder is a comedian and a conservative political talking head. So he does conservative stuff, but he's more comedian than he is anything else. That's kind of his background. And he got tired with YouTube trying to censor what he was saying, demonetizing him, for having an opinion that they didn't like. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, I'm done with this. And, he had a lot of offers. I mean, a lot of offers to go to different places to have his show on there and whatnot. And Rumble came to him and said, move your show to here. And I believe, I could be wrong, I believe they paid him like $30 million.
Yeah, I know he's making a lot of money.
It was a lot of money to move that because he's got a huge audience. If you don't know who he is, he's the one who oftentimes, if you see him on Facebook or on YouTube, he's the one usually sitting at a table that says, some political thing, and then it says, prove me wrong, and then people come up to the table and argue with them.
Trans are not women, prove me wrong,
right. Things like that. So it's, it's very bold statements and whatnot to get attention. And, people come in and to be honest with you, that's not really where the comedy is, because usually that stuff's not all that funny. It's pretty serious, but his actual show, which is much more like a, almost like a behind the scenes podcast show sort of deal, but a little more news-like.
Okay.
Similar to like what Ben Shapiro does on his Daily Wire show. Okay. So it's Crowder sitting there, and Crowder's got like other people there that he talks back and forth with, and or the Logan Paul show, the Impulsive. It's kind of similar to that in a lot of ways in the way that it's set up and whatnot. So, but he does a lot of talking. He brings on guests, and he'll talk about different things that are going on. But they paid him $30 million to go there, and that to me, whether you like him, don't like him, don't know him, whatever, don't like conservatives, love conservatives, it doesn't matter. The point is, they are paying that kind of money. That they're getting very serious about trying to take market share in this industry. The other thing that is really nice about Rumble is the fact that they will monetize you from day one. So you don't need to wait till you have 3,000 subscribers and 500 hours of watch time, or sorry, reverse that, 3,000 hours of watch time and 500 subscribers. You can jump in right away and get monetized. Now, the downside of that, I was going to say bad, I said bad and downside. They don't pay a whole lot compared to some of the YouTube stuff.
Oh, okay.
In fact, estimates are right now, I mean, it's like 30 cents per thousand. So it's pretty low in comparison to some of the other channels, some of the big channels that you might have. Now that can change. That's not set in stone. That's kind of what people have calculated they're getting. I'm sure that people with larger audiences are probably getting more, just like on YouTube. So it just depends on what you can bring to the platform. They're probably going to pay you more. And apparently they'll even sign you on if they get something good, they might even sign you on.
Oh, cool.
But it's a nice platform. If you haven't used it yet, it's similar to YouTube in a lot of ways. You upload videos a little differently. You put in your information just like you would on YouTube, though. You've got, they do what I think may be a better job of having multiple channels controlled in one platform than YouTube does.
Oh, I see.
Because it's almost like when you log in, all your you have all your channels there and access. With YouTube, it's like you log into this channel, then you log into that channel, and this one you've got your channels there. You can work on. You can be like working on one and then switch over and work to another one. It's just a little more seamless, a little quicker. But it doesn't have the reach that YouTube has. I think I can't remember what the estimate was. I should probably look it up again, but I want to say they might have been like 30 million in the US or something like that. Which is a pretty good number, but
yeah.
In fact, I'm stalling for time while I can look up Rumble user base.
Yeah, what's how many people are there in the US?
It's about 350 million, or
is it? Okay.
Probably closer to 4 million now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Actually, they got 80 million.
That's pretty good.
So fourth quarter, this is the fourth quarter of 22. So this is before Crowder even. So this has probably gone up a lot. Fourth quarter 22, the monthly active users of Rumble was 80 million. This represents 90 million compared to the 41 million in the first quarter of 22. So they've they've doubled in last year and have probably gone much higher than that now. So they're saying 80 million. So it sounds, maybe they have close to 90 million actual users.
That one guy that Fox kicked off the air, Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Now I know he's got some contract issues, but I always thought he'd be good, a good match with Rumble. I think
he would be very good with that.
I think he's doing something on Twitter, but then I don't know.
Yeah,
Fox sued him, and then I didn't hear anything after.
Well,
that.
It's funny. It'll be interesting to see that because Fox, I believe, allowed their people to have Twitter accounts and things like that. So how can they complain that he's putting videos on Twitter if he wasn't banned from doing it while under his contract?
Right.
So I think that's where the gray area is. Well, he's doing a show on Twitter, though. Well, hey, you know what? He had a Twitter account. He can do what he needs to do, I suppose. But
the other
he
thing
is still under contract. He is not. People keep saying Fox let him go. He has not been let go. They don't have his show running
off the air. Yeah.
But he's still with Fox.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah. So if he's he's under contract. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Somebody had put up an objection that said, but they purposely discredited him and they screwed him and blah, blah, blah. But then I think the answer to that is he's still under contract. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, quite honestly, the only time I've ever really seen him was in like little YouTube clips here and there that pop up about something or other.
Yeah.
I've never really watched his stuff. So I don't know. I'm not even. I didn't pay that much attention to why they kicked him off and whatnot. But
sexual harassment or something. But I didn't.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? Those TV guys, they love to do that. Didn't Bill O'Reilly get kicked out for that too? So
yeah. And then he replaced Bill O'Reilly, and then he gets kicked off. So
who knows? Something going on over there.
Something.
Same thing. I guess CNN had the same issues recently too, didn't they? They had some sort of scandal with that too.
Yeah, it was like the head of it or something like that. The president's getting out or something.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, crazy stuff. You're right.
But yeah, so Rumble, now the downsides of Rumble, I don't know if these are downsides or not, obviously is it's got a smaller audience that you're going to be drawing from. You are going to be paid a lot less per view than you would on YouTube. So YouTube is going to pay you more for the ad revenue. Rumble also tends to, right now anyway, have a very specific audience.
Yeah.
And that is like combat sports audiences, conspiracy theories, and right-wing audiences.
Mm-hmm.
So those seem to be the three that have headed over there. A lot of the conservative audience went there because YouTube was blocking things that they said and did and demonetizing them. So they went over there. The conspiracy theorists that, are left, right, and center that talk about crazy things that have been kicked off of all the other ones, they go there now. And the sports stuff, the power slap, there's UFC stuff in there. There's a lot of sports-based stuff in there. So if those audiences could be yours, pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I said, I've enjoyed using it. I am trying to get my clients all over to Rumble, not switching, but in addition to getting them into Rumble as well. Slow going because nobody knows what it is yet. But
okay, now let me ask you about a couple a trio of platforms that I've used in the past. Only one I use. Vimeo, if I do these regular webinars with an association, and then they give them to me and I upload them to Vimeo and then embed them on my website. I'm just a little more comfortable doing that. They also have a way to produce videos there similar to other software where you can, it's kind of AI based.
Yeah.
Daily Motion and MetaCafe. Do you ever hear from them anymore?
MetaCafe, as far as I know, is completely dead and gone. In fact, I was just looking at it as you were saying that. Yeah, so they officially closed in 2021, which actually surprised me because I thought they closed much earlier than that. But 2021 is when they officially shut down. Daily Motion's still running. As far as I know, they are still a top, definitely a top 100, but not that long ago, they're still a top 20 most visited sites on the internet. So they're still up there. They still have a lot. I don't use them like I used to. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure why I don't, but, still a decent platform. We used to get good results from them.
Yeah, I used to use it to get backlinks, but then they took down all my videos. So then
that's the thing. They started to like remove a lot of people's videos. And like I had one, I just had some videos on and they just shut it down. No reason. No, we weren't doing anything weird. There's just videos on there and they shut that down and I just gave up. And Vimeo is an interesting platform because I don't even look at them anymore like the way that you would look at YouTube.
Yeah.
They're much more like a video storage and playback than they are, an actual video platform. Now, what's the distinction there? Well, clearly YouTube is a video storage and backup and playback system too, but MetaCafe seems to have much more become the place to put videos that you then put on your website.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I think you're crazy if you do, because they used to be the worst for shutting down accounts for no reason. Just all of a sudden, everything was gone.
They haven't shut mine down. So
yeah, for a while they tried to be the artistic place. It's like if your stuff wasn't artistic enough, then they didn't want it, and they would just, oh no, that's a sales video, we're shutting it down. But now everybody uses it for sales videos, so they must have changed their tune a little bit on there. But people also pay them, and that's the other thing too, is they are potentially a paid platform now. So is YouTube, so is Rumble, but in a different way. With Vimeo, you're paying for more storage space and
well, and I always thought their production, I'll call it a plugin module, whatever. I always thought that that would be kind of fun to test out when I had some time, and I just never have any time. But I'd like to try it, see how it works. But they do have that if you're if you're not a videographer like me, and you use AI software or whatever, it might be worth trying out. I don't know.
I'm assuming Vimeo will probably get you booted off of there at some point for that. But you never know. You never know. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I understand the whole AI video thing, making videos quickly, getting them out there, but I'm not a big fan of them because I always just sit there and go, who's going to watch that?
I don't care if they watch them or not.
But they do. They do. Well, yeah. And in some cases, you don't care if they watch it. They're not. It's not really there to be watched.
I get some views so it doesn't look like spam, and it's always unique content. But
sure,
Yeah.
But that was my always thought. I'm like, nobody's going to want to watch because you get a lot of products and gurus who come out there and go, oh yeah, this will make 700 videos about, whatever product you're selling on Amazon, and
can't do that
nobody's
anymore.
Going to watch that. Yeah. Nobody.
Well, and the other thing is I had 100 YouTube channels at one time, for backlinks and stuff. They shut all mine down.
Oh gosh, I've got tons.
Unless they're verified.
They're all verified.
Really? No, these weren't.
Most of them. There's some that aren't, I'm sure, but
and it was let me tell you, there were about 10 years old. I had them, they were for the Gmails. I had them stood up in the Ukraine, back then, and they were good. And then just, suddenly Google, YouTube decided they didn't like them. Now, as far as I know, the Gmails are still there, but I haven't checked them in a long time. So what I'm doing is I'm playing totally by the rules now. And of course, I'm not.
No, you are.
You are. Okay, you were shaking your head. No. But, one thing that they've done with YouTube is you stand up a new channel, you verify it, And then you upload your video and you put in some backlinks, and they make you verify that. They want to see your birth certificate, or they want to see
they've become a lot more strict about that kind of verification stuff. And a lot of the platforms are. TikTok, if you turn yours into a business account, they want to see your business information, the formation. Yep. Maybe the license, but I know the business formation, the government documents and things like that. Which kind of scares you a little bit, because you hear, oh, they're spying on you, but they want government documents. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. And
when my attorneys stand up a new one, if they'll take the time to do it, because I got to walk them through what to do on their end, on their IP address off their Gmail. And I walk them through it in a Zoom call. And then I say, okay, now you need to send them something that has your birth date on it. And that birth date must correspond to your Google account. And some of them kind of go, but
which I'll be honest with you, February 22nd, 1970 is the birth date of almost every account that I've set up.
Well, and again, you got to prove that. Yeah, mine is January 1st, 1980. But
none of them have asked me for verification beyond that,
but if you stand up a new channel, if you want those backlinks to be hyperlinks, clickable, you've got
and that's YouTube. But I'm talking about like the Gmail is where I put the fake dates.
Oh yeah. No, I understand. Anyhow, so that's that. Any other alternative platforms?
Well, those are kind of the ones that we've been messing with lately. I'm sure there are others out there. There used to be a lot of other ones that we used to use, like Mr. Wong, and there was a whole bunch of them. But realistically, I'm not a huge fan of using every video platform that's out there anymore, like we used to do in the old days. Yeah, you want to you put your YouTube out there, you want to share that in every site humanly possible, maybe get it onto some of these other platforms, but I don't do that nearly as much as I used to. That used to be a big thing. When we did a video, that video was going to go to VO and Vimeo and YouTube and Daily Motion and MetaCafe and Mr. Wong and whatever else was out there at the time. There was another really good one at one point that I kind of discovered, and man, I could put a video on there and be on page 1 of Google within 2 minutes.
Wow.
And it worked for a little while. It didn't stay very long. A month later, it would probably start to disappear.
Yeah, but that would be good for affiliate.
Good.
Yeah. That'd be good for affiliate.
It did really, really good. And I can't even remember what the name of that platform was anymore at this point.
Oh,
well, what are you going to do?
MetaCafe used to do that for me.
MetaCafe and Daily Motion, I used to be able to do that as well. In fact, what we used to do, Steve, and this is kind of funny, is we knew we were going in to meet somebody for a client meeting. We'd record a video before we left the office.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And put it up there. And by the time we walked into the office, it was on page 1.
Yeah. That's always a good one. Yeah.
Just to prove to them that we could do it. Nowadays it's I don't even try to do those types of things anymore, but
no,
it was fun.
No. Yeah.
There's been a lot of good platforms. There's been a lot of bad platforms. We've lost many platforms. We've lost Vine. We've lost MetaCafe. We've lost Periscope. So all these ones that used to be pretty big have all gone by the waysides.
Right.
And, what's funny is that Snapchat has survived, because I don't know if you remember, Steve, but
yeah.
Periscope and Snapchat were the two that came out, and Periscope was kind of like the good one, and Snapchat was like the wannabe one. And for at least a little while, and then Twitter bought Periscope, and
Periscope was huge.
I don't know. I don't understand Twitter's whole idea. Meerkat was the other one. Yes, Meerkat. Meerkat. Yeah. But yeah, the Periscope was great, and Twitter bought it. They kind of kept it open for a little while, and then they shut it. And we assumed they were going to put it into Twitter, but Twitter already had a live platform.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what they ended up using any of that technology for. I don't know if there was stuff that was put into it or whatever, but it disappeared pretty quick. And Meerkat, I think, just shut down. I don't even think they sold. I think
they were kind of a flash in the pan.
They were really good for
a while and then gone. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember you and I were at that first Vid Summit. Remember that?
Yep. Yeah, it was us, me, you, and Owen Video messing around with the Periscope and Meerkat.
A couple other guys that we knew, and this was Daryl's first one.
Yep.
And this has got to be 10 years ago, and
at least,
at least. And so he was like giving away tickets for people to come. I guess now he doesn't have to do that. But I remember they opened it up by saying, "This is the hottest new platform. You've got to be on it. It's called Meerkat." I still remember that.
Yep.
You know?
And they were absolutely right at the time. Yeah, but it was Meerkat and Periscope and then Snapchat were all kind of around the same time fighting in, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And Periscope's gone, Meerkat's gone, Snapchat, well, I guess it's still there, but I don't know. I don't hear much about it as like we used to. I know it's still out there. I know it's still but
what you've been talking about are platforms where you can get an audience, and that's the big thing. These are platforms that people are going to see your stuff. You've had luck getting stuff seen, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not going to put train videos on anything but YouTube. My my latest videos, which were very unique, steam engines and big weed sprayers, brand new Union Pacific weed sprayers and things like that. Yeah, they got about 350. One of them got 800. That's
right.
I mean, that's killing it for me, dude.
Well, I just I'm working on a new one right now with somebody. They're doing history programming. They've had a lot of success in other things in the past, and now they're trying to do like these short history videos. So I was consulting with them yesterday. And we'll see where that goes in the next couple of weeks. In fact, I was waiting to hear back from him. And I have not yet. So he is
you will check your email. You will. And while I'm thinking about it, you'll hear from our friend Garrett.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He responded to my Facebook post. So just FYI. So there
Very
you go.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. So we can get going on that, maybe talk about that at some point, but not today. Yeah. So, okay. Well, should we talk about Movo now?
Well, I think we should, because they're one of our good friends, our good buddies, our bosom pals. And I was looking around here to see if I have any Movo swag since we're on video, and I don't have any that we can see right here. Well, actually, I mean, the arm.
the arm
here belongs to them.
The arm, the microphone arm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of the microphones right here with me that I can grab, but I'm staring across the room at a bunch of them over there. We've got tons and tons and tons of Movo products from their awesome webcam, which also has a light and a professional studio microphone in one package. Is really, really nice. And I've got that sitting over on the other computer there. I've got the UM700, which is it's a desktop USB microphone. Kind of looks like a certain cold monster that we won't mention, but it is a very good microphone. Very, very nice. And it's got a little brother, the UMC300, which is really excellent for the price. Tiny, it's about half the size, but really good with a lot of good features in it. I've got their wireless microphones. I've got their wired microphones, which, by the way, $18. $18.
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
It go over if you are using your phone, your smartphone, or even a DSLR, and you don't have a microphone. Go over there for $18 or less. If it's the iPhone version, it's $18. I think. No, sorry, it's that one's the $18 one. I think the iPhone one specifically is a little bit more, a couple dollars more, and they got some that are even cheaper than that. But get over there, get one. $18, you can make your videos 10 times better than what they are right now just by improving that audio. They've also got the vlogging kits, which I absolutely love. The one that I have, I've got the one that has the big double-handed brace to hold your smartphone, and it's got the attachment, the cold shoe for the light and the microphone on top. And so there's a lot of really cool stuff, and it's got quick release, so you can put it on your tripod if you want. Absolutely love that. I take that with me everywhere I go. You can get one of those in there for very nice prices, but head on over to raiselinks.com/Movo to pick up one of these wonderful products, along with other things. They've got the lights. They got little tiny lights. They got bigger lights. They got all sorts of sound equipment in there that, they got wires and things. Steve, you've picked up just some wires and ordered things out of there, haven't you?
Wires and things. I mean, just, all these little connections that you used to be able to get at Radio Shack. I found years ago, I found them at Movo, so that's kind of cool. Yeah.
And by the way, the other thing they have, which is really good, is if you need lapel clips for your lapel microphone, you can buy those there too. So and they're the nice, metal alligator ones as well, which is
right. Yeah.
Because we used to get our lapel microphones from a a custom source out in the UK, and they had those little plastic ones, and they break
Those
really
things
easily.
don't last. Yeah,
So
they don't last.
even the metal ones break, but they're a lot more durable.
They're a lot more durable.
Take care of them. So, all right. With that, Steve, let's hit the music and get out of here for the day.
All righty, here it is. Okay, well,
Sweet.
Stop recording here. Was I supposed to record this? No.
Hope so.
Okay, well, I'm going to end it then.
All right.
Okay.
Gonna end it all.
End it all.
I'm going to end it all.
Okay, buddy. Talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
Let me know how it goes with Garrett.
Oh, yes. Thank you. I'll go check that in just a second here.